Tonight, two families are mourning the loss of their children from COVID-19. The chief of pediatric intensive care at Wolfson Children's Hospital said in a town hall meeting last night that two children, one just 2 weeks old, died within 24 hours this week. As On Your Side's Gayle Tracy reports, a hospital spokesperson says these children are two of 7 pediatric deaths from COVID since the start of the pandemic there.
And unfortunately, in the last 24 hours, we have about 2 children who died as young as 2 weeks of age.
Shocking, startling, and beyond saddening news, Dr. Gayle, Chief of Pediatric Intensive Care at Wolfson Children's Hospital, told a town hall Wednesday.
With this increased surge that we've seen recently, we have seen double the amount of children being hospitalized with the typical COVID symptoms.
Pediatric COVID patients have nearly doubled since August 1st at Wolfson and remained steady since. Gayle says every day 5 to 6 children are in the ICU related to COVID, with ailments ranging from respiratory failure to kidney failure.
My first reaction is devastation, and then a sense of disbelief. That this is exactly what we have been saying to children and families, that in fact COVID is a devastating disease.
Local pediatrician Dr. Jeffrey Goldhagen hopes these two most recent young deaths will serve as a wake-up call for parents.
It's critically important that families take this seriously. And by that we mean absolutely mask mandates in schools. Families should not be taking their children anywhere near indoor places where everybody isn't masked, and they should limit the exposure of their children only to people who have been vaccinated.
He says his office and others in the area are seeing a dramatic surge in pediatric cases.
We're an epicenter for pediatric hospitalization for COVID.
And to those who say COVID doesn't affect children, Goldhagen has this message.
How many children dying is too many? How many children sick are too many? If all it takes is simple interventions, social distancing, disinfection, mask wearing, that's a small price to pay.
That was Gayle Tracy reporting tonight. Now, on Thursday, there were 19 COVID pediatric patients at Wolfson, 4 in the ICU. 214 children right now are hospitalized with COVID across Florida, the second highest number in the nation behind Texas. And Dr. Goldhagen says this Delta variant is just a dress rehearsal for what he says is to come with other variants. And he says if we don't work together now to get things right, more children and more people overall will get sick and more will die.